What is up, guys? This is your boy Nave Evans. Welcome back to the Red Room. And in today's video, we are gonna look at my new WE G34 Gen 4 gas blowback pistol, which I got just this morning. Okay, so first is we're gonna take a look at these back straps. Okay, your gun is gonna come in the smallest configuration. This is the back side of the grip. Okay, if you find it small for your taste, too small for your taste, the one with the soft inside is the medium, and the one with the lines, that is the large. And if you take a closer look, both of these have some kind of hooks on the lower part. Is it focusing? Okay. And holes on the upper part. Okay, what you do is you hook it. You start from the bottom, okay, hook it, and then just clip it into place. Okay, you should hear a significant click. Just okay, there you go. Next is, if you want to secure it better, use this pin sets. Okay, the longer pin is the one you use to drive out the default one and replace it with the shorter one, which is longer than the default one. Okay, so there's that. Let me just remove this because I don't have too big of hands, so I only need to use the standard one. Okay, so this being a Gen 4, it would easily, distinguishable by this magazine catch. So this one has a bigger magazine catch as opposed to your Generation 3, which only has, I don't know, about a third of this. So about that size. Okay, the stippling on the grip, more, how do I say this one? They are finer than the Gen 3. Okay, not too aggressive. The trigger, same thing. It has an internal safety feature. So there's some kind of lever inside. So if you're only pressing the trigger on the outside part, it won't shoot. So what you're gonna do is actually press on the whole thing, and that's it. So that is the first safety feature of this gun. Second one is this thing. Okay, so let's cock it again. See this part? That is where the serial number is. You push it down and your trigger is gonna lock. Okay, I'm not gonna do it now on this video because you'll see from the previous video that it's quite hard. You can engage it with your finger, but to disengage it, I had to use some sharp tool. I had to use a knife to disengage it. Alright, so let's just rest the hammer. Okay, next is the slide catch, which is enhanced. It has some kind of triangle form protruding. Okay, older versions, it's just a flat one. Now, why is that so? And if you can see, this is quite longer than your standard G17, which is right over here, but this one extends to a little under an inch, maybe, because in the real life, the Glock 34 is actually used for competition. So longer slide means longer barrel. Okay, there you go. For more accuracy and enhanced slide release, for easier reloads. Okay, on the upper part you can see that the upper part of the slide has been also ported. That is to reduce weight. Okay, easy enough. Moving on to the sights. Front sight is a white dot, but looking at the rear sight, it has 2 dots, so total of 3 dots. Okay, there you go. Not your usual Glock painted on some kind of U thing that resembles a squared off U. So which one do I like better, this or the older one? I'm fine with both, can't really say. What next? Let's see. The magwell isn't that too much flared off, it's straight, so unlike with the Gen 5 models, the magwell is flared for easier reloads. Okay, back part has this small hole, which I reckon maybe you can use it to put on a lanyard or a pistol stock brace, something like that. This is where it latches to, this is where it locks in. Okay, moving on to the magazine. Magazine holds 24 rounds. Okay, same thing. Pull on the spring and then load it over here. Okay, it can actually hold 25, but I don't really recommend doing it because it's gonna put more stress on the spring. If you do so, fill it up to its maximum capacity, 25th. Your nozzle, your BB is actually going to hit the loading nozzle. So you might have, okay, might, I'm not saying you're going to, I'm saying you might have loading issues, okay, might have misfits. Bottom part is where you load your magazine. Again, do it inverted, okay, not on the side, not like this, must be inverted. Okay, speaking of the misfit, earlier today when I did the initial shooting test, I used 0.25 grams of BBs, and really it was just a bad experience because it kept on misfeeding. You can see that the BBs weren't gliding smoothly to the top. It was just not doing the job. Okay, so I called the shop that I bought this from, and he said that I should try using lighter BBs, lighter weight, like 0.20, but unfortunately I didn't have 0.20 because the lightest weight that I have is 0.23s. So I went on using the 0.23s, and it fed really fine, okay, as you would expect. 24 rounds. Okay. The next thing I noticed with this when I first opened it, is it was so full of oil. Okay, well, not too full, that was an exaggeration, but you can clearly see it. Okay, so what I had to do was I took down the pistol and just wiped off the excess oil. Same thing with this magazine. So I emptied it and then pulled down the spring, shoved the Q-tip from left to right. Okay, so just to clean the excess oil, because you would see it as you would load it that the oil would grease. Okay, it would get to the BBs. You'll see it. It will dirty up the BBs. So moving on, I'm gonna show you how to disassemble your pistol. First, remove your magazine and then wrap the slide. For airsoft Glocks, well, this is not a Glock, okay? For G series of pistols in airsoft, you actually have to wrap the slide. You have to prime the internal hammer. Unlike with the real steel version, you only have to move it slightly. You have to disengage and then move it ever so slightly. But with airsoft replicas, you actually have to wrap the whole thing, and then like the real thing, pull it ever so slightly back, pull on the two tabs on both sides, this one and on the other side this one together, then just pull them down and then push the slide forward, and that is how you disassemble the gun. So I'm not really well versed with the technical part of the gun, but let me just show you how it looks. Not too oily now. I had to wipe it down. Okay, the slide part. This is your recoil spring. Just push it forward and back. Okay, there you go. To remove the inner slide, the inner barrel, push it up and then forward, and then jimmy this thing. You see it? I'm so sorry, I'm doing this very poorly. Let me just show you again. There you go. Pull it off and there's your inner barrel. For some reason the outer barrel is kind of stuck. I don't know how to get it off. I've tried everything. Maybe it has to do with this, some kind of spacer in the front, but let's just leave it there for a while. But let me just show you the loading nozzle and the blowback parts. Okay, there you go. To put it back, just do it in reverse order. There you go. And then the recoil spring. It has this some kind of notch. I'm so sorry for the focusing issue. You see it? That notch, okay, that goes toward the lower frame. So it should face upward. Okay, there you go. Push and there you go. This should set. Okay, should sit freely. To adjust the hop up, okay, this wheel right here, okay, if your barrel is looking away from you, you turn the wheel towards you to increase hop. Okay, to decrease your hop, turn it away from you. Okay, let me just turn it a bit. Okay, put it back. Super easy. Just line up the rails. Line up the rails. Okay, and then rack it back. And your gun is back in one piece. Okay. So that should do it for this video. If you haven't watched the unboxing video, please be sure to do so. Do not forget to like and comment what you think about this gun, and if you have any suggestions for new contents, just please let me know. The comment down below. Subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. So I guess that's it for now, and till we see each other again, this has been your boy Nave Evans, reminding you that airsoft is fun, but it is not worth losing an eye for. So keep your mask down and operate.